It's me again, Chris Young for oldermuscles.com, coming to you from my garage weight room, commonly referred to as the Young Family Gym for middle-aged muscles. Today, I'm going to be talking about this, the Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard 100% Whey Protein Mix. As you can see here on this label, this is the vanilla ice cream flavor, artificially at that. I buy this at Costco, which I'm sure you picked up on just by looking at the sheer girth of this fat sack of whey protein. Followers of this channel know that I previously reviewed these little muscle milk cartons, and I made reference to the powder mix that I use. And that's going to be this stuff right here. Before I dive into how and when I use it, let's just take a quick look at the labeling. It's for muscle support and recovery. 24 grams of protein per serving. 5.5 grams of BCAAs. And as you can see right here, it is tested for banned substances. And then as you can see up here, there is no artificial growth hormones. Now, of course, if you're looking for some banned tested stuff with some growth hormones in it, well, you're going to have to find something else, including but not limited to maybe talking to that guy with a suspicious amount of muscle mass in your local gym. But I digress. So this protein mix, as I said, I got from Costco. At least in my local Costco, the everyday price is $61, but when I got this many weeks ago, it was on sale for $47. I had never tried it before, but at that smoking deal, it seemed like something I should try out. So I use this protein mix every time I get done with a weightlifting session. I come home, and in addition to taking my creatine and slamming a bunch of water, I also eat a combination of chicken breast, this whey protein mix, and a baked sweet potato. Some protein mixes out there have an adequate amount of carbohydrates. As I flip this one around back, and you'll see it doesn't have a lot of carbohydrates in this one. For folks who are just all about that protein but not all about them carbohydrates, you need some amount of carbohydrates in order to efficiently digest and absorb the protein that you're eating. And that's just not me saying that. Arnold himself points that out in his book, The Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding, which is a tremendous resource. I cite it a lot on our website, something I recommend people pick up if they haven't already. So that's why I combine the sweet potato, the baked sweet potato, with this protein mix, and of course the skinless baked chicken breast that I also eat. So let's flip this back around, start looking at the back of it, and it says what it's packed with and all the kind of stuff. It says right here, fueling over 2 billion workout recoveries worldwide since 1998. Not exactly sure how they arrived at the 2 billion workout number, but I know I've given them dozens, if not, well, probably more like dozens. I was about to say hundreds. I've only been taking just this one bag. I got it from Costco, and there's so much in there. Been working on it ever since. So you can see here, 31 grams per scoop. It says to mix it with some fluid ounces of cold water. I actually mix it with room temperatured water. That's something that my dad taught me a while ago, that your body absorbs stuff when it's closer to its own body temperature. I know that makes some people feel like they want a Ralph, but that's just what I do. You do what you do. So looking at the nutritional facts, 120 calories per serving. That is less than most other, if not all other, protein mixes that I've ever tried. And a big part of that is the amount of carbohydrates. There's only 4 carbohydrates in here, so it's going to keep the calories low, but also it's why you got to couple this with some carbohydrates if you want it to absorb efficiently. You can see all the ingredients down there. Contains milk and soy, and then it also contains the sucralose, which, as I said in the muscle milk video, is not the best, but I try to limit it to just this and the muscle milk. So now let's talk about taste. This says that it is the vanilla ice cream flavor, and one thing I'll say is it definitely smells like vanilla ice cream. It does not necessarily taste like vanilla ice cream. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not ice cream, vanilla or otherwise. But to be fair, I've tasted other protein mixes that are far worse than this one. I would say this is kind of like middle ground. Let's open it up and take a look inside just for the sake of thoroughness. So there's 80 servings in here. Like I said, I bought it some amount of weeks ago, and I got about that much left. There's still a little bit of ways to go. That angle's kind of tough, but it's right about where this line is on the packaging. That's about how much is left in there. One thing that I'll give this whey protein mix over a lot of other protein mixes, maybe every protein mix that I've ever tried, is it mixes up really well. As I said earlier in this video, I mix it up with room temperature water. I just take a fork and do the old whirl twirl, and it mixes up really easily. I don't have to put it in a blender or a shaker bottle. I'm the kind of person that just gulps it all down in one drink, so it's a 24-gram protein drink all in one shot. Not saying anybody else has to do it that way. That's just how I do it. Feel free to do it. Again, how you do it. So in summary, Optimum Nutrition, 100% whey protein, the super fat sack that I got from Costco. I recommend it. The best endorsement that I can ever give a product, and I've said this in previous videos, is if I'm going to buy it again, and I do in fact plan on buying it again, even if it's not on sale, even if it's just the regular base price, until I find a better whey protein to use, in the powder form that is, this is what I'm going to go with. As always, thank you for the support. Go to oldermuscles.com if you want to find out more information about fitness and nutrition over the age of 40. And as always, thank you for the support.